All right, what's up guys? I am doing another CAADX video. You might have seen a few of them popping up because I'm trying to make them shorter, not longer, for those who still have that bike. So jumping straight to the point because I think this is gonna interest a lot of people that are into drop posts. So as you can see here, this is a SRAM AXS dropper. This is the koryak. I'm gonna go with this one overall because I already have the whole Shimano drivetrain, and I'm gonna weigh it real quick. So let's see what we're looking at. These aren't really lightweight products. They're meant purpose built. So 605, the average stem would be about, let's just say 280 for a aluminum. And then this is a SRAM without the battery dropper post. So it's a little lighter, like almost 90 grams lighter or so, which is fine. This one I might use it for something else if I use it. The main highlight of the video is to install this dropper post. Now, something Shimano did not mention, which is kind of odd, is that they were going to include this, which, being a Shimano person that bought Shimano products before, like Di2 shifters, they do come with brake cables and housing and all that. So it's just kind of odd how they didn't just say that, hey, it's coming with this, because some folks like me don't know. So I ended up buying a wolf tooth adapt remote, which is like a trigger style, which is not going to work with my setup here. I'm going to show you guys in a bit. If you don't know, you are ready, should know, or by now you will know. So it's going to go on the CAADX. I know this bike's been getting a lot of attention in my stable lately, so I am going to install it and give a little explanation before I install it. So it's probably gonna sit like kind of low like this. I don't know why. It's a size 54. I ride 54s, but I guess I'm a little too short, but whatever, right? As you can see, there's a 15 Newton meter bolt right here as I zoom in. So I like the side adjustment. As you can see, if I wanted to adjust the size, like the seat or saddle angle or anything tilt related, everything is done on the side. So if I move this out of the way, this is what I'm working with because I have the bag and everything. So it's pretty unfortunate. There's the one stainless steel bolt right there. There's a little adjustment knob right there. I use a plier to reach that, a needle, like a needle nose plier style. So yeah, of course, even though it's aluminum, even though it's the factory stuff, it's still lighter than this one. So I'm totally in acknowledgement of that. It's not weight weenie post, like I said. So this bike was not meant to be weight weenie. It weighs 20 to 25 pounds easily. So I'm gonna get to it. Before I do, I am gonna work with whatever I have currently. So the seat clamp is gonna be the original one. I was trying to look for the one with the little side entry deal for the cable. Couldn't find it for this size. So as you can see, the CAADX has the cable that runs along the top tube right here up to the front. I'm gonna try to snake it along that and just probably mount it somewhere along the left side of the aero bar, because like probably right there, like right here, because of the remote style is actually perfect. So the wolf tube wouldn't really work out. And I'm keeping the aero bars on just because it's already fitted on me onto the bike. And it gives me a little aeroness for the, the flat sections when I commute. So yeah, this is what it's gonna be like before, and I'm gonna work on it right now. So jumping on ahead of myself, I might as well do this now because everything's kind of being taken apart already. So this is a EC90, seat handlebar with the stem. Is a basic stem. It's a shorter reach, so it's about the same size as the Cannondale one right now, but the angle is a little lower. This is the EC90 bar as well. So here's a little top view of it, so you kind of see what I'm talking about or what I'm working with. So I figured I might as well do it now than to do it later. And I mentioned it in the other video that I've been kind of contemplating it. I wanted to go with probably this one more because it's not really the, you know, the more, it's a mid-level components and all that only. This one I would kind of save for like my better builds, just put that way. So yeah, I'm gonna use this stem with this bar. It's a 44, so I understand 44 is a little, it might be a little wide, but I'm totally fine with that, especially if it's coming for it's gonna be kind of mixed purpose like gravel and all that. I think 44 has always been comfortable for me. 42 is okay. 40 I don't really try it or anything smaller, so that way you kind of know kind of how I'm setting it up. Yeah, let's get to it. All right, I didn't really show me taking off anything else like the tape and all that because I think everyone knows how to do that already. And besides that, I wanted to kind of recap the Cannondale stem before I took it off right now. Is that I've had these stems before where it has like the separate I don't know, face plate deal right here. I actually don't like it. You lose, like, the torque is uneven overall. Like, I'll say 6 nm, but then this part might be like more threaded in versus like this might be sticking out more, kind of like how you see it here. Of course, it's already loosened up, so it doesn't matter. But I want a more solid conformation. So of course the Easton one is very generic stem, but at least it's a solid one piece, you know, a face plate deal. So yeah, I'm gonna basically continue taking everything off and go from there. As you can see, it's out and it's separate unit. It's this is a 90mm stem, so I think that'll work with what I'm doing. It looks like it sits a little higher than the Cannondale one, which if you looked at it, imagine if I was on the bike, you know, it sits a little more straight, which is fine. Got the torque bar. Alright, this is the last one that I'm gonna basically tighten down. Tighten it to 5 mm. Hear the click. You're good to go. Okay, so randomly I'm gonna just choose this position. Hopefully it works out, and then take a look at the camo bar tape. Finally, it's a gravel version, I guess. I don't know, feels the same, a little bit more supple slightly, but the thickness looks the same as like a regular road tape. I got the tape on finally. Took a while of tweaking, but feels tacky like what it says. It's got a little glossy look to it, maybe to repel water or dirt since it's a gravel bar tape. And this is the remote that I kind of stationed right here. So I guess that'll be the position. It's based off the design. It's on the left side. So that, and then I'll wire it up here and I'll start working on the seat post now since the front's all done. Well, this saddle's not really the one for me anymore, but I bought a bunch of them. I bought a gravel one, like a road one, and another road one. So I'm just gonna ditch the whole Cannondale and just go with this and that. All right, so what goes with this Pro saddle is also the GoPro mount. So it's gonna go right there and just kind of give you a little foreshadowing. This thing's gonna go right there. So it's gonna kind of clear and be suited for GoPro mount styles. To kind of introduce the topeak DP mount, which I know I showed it earlier. So this is pretty much what it is. It's designed for dropper posts, as it specifies here and here as well. So what it does is, if you're carrying like a bike bag or something, then it'll kind of prevent the bag from smushing or squeezing up against the dropper post. So as you can see there, it's a little barrier. That's pretty much all it is. When it's not used for that, then it's got bottle cage, so you could use it for bottle cage as well. To doing it, I just want to give a little quick rant about topeak. Although I use all the products, basically, from pumps to bags and all this stuff, this is something that doesn't make sense because this is like the topeak product itself, and this is the topeak bag itself, pretty much. Everything's the same brand, and somehow it just never, it's like, it's like, what's the word, where like it's hard to it's hard to put on. It's like not compatible with each other, you know? So I remember the last time I installed it, I didn't mention it, but this time I just wanted to mention it. So in order to install it properly, I would have to basically, I loosened this already, but if I wanted to, I can just remove this and then partially slip this on and then put this on, this part on afterwards. So yeah, that's like my little rant for now. Okay, so I was able to just slide the rail all the way back, and then squeeze this through, kind of snake it through. And I'm going to tighten this part first and then fix up the buckles. Pop this lid off. I'm going to just insert the cable and just start working on it. So this is pretty much the dropper post installed. Everything's done. I'll do a full separate video to review the bike, and that's a wrap.